Hey, what's up you guys? It's Connor, and today I'm going to do my Christmas book haul. I want to preface this by saying that in no way am I trying to brag in this video about the things that I've gotten. I just want to share my excitement with you and maybe inform you about some books that you haven't heard of, or maybe, interact and stuff. It's not supposed to make anyone feel bad about anything. Also, my puppy's not going to be in this video because he is sleeping right now. I'm filming this the night of Christmas, and he is already asleep in his crate because I'm crate training him, because that's the best way to make sure that they behave and don't ruin anything for a while, and then after, he knows that he shouldn't ruin anything, then he will start sleeping in my bed with me because I really want that. Okay, so I'm first going to show you some books that I got before Christmas in, just random encounters with books. The first book that I got from Amazon is the 6th volume in the Amulet series, and it is by Kabushi? I'm so bad at names, so sorry for all the people that are authors out there. This series is a graphic novel, children's series about two siblings. One is Naven and the other is Emily, and Emily is a stonekeeper, and so she finds this necklace and it allows her to perform magic, and they find this fantasy world and a whole load of danger and everything, and I'll show you some of the artwork. So the artwork is kind of like that, so it's really cool. I really enjoy them, and I will be continuing with the series whenever the next one comes out. I think there's supposed to be 10 books in the series. Yeah. The next book that I picked up is the first in the Harry Potter series, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This is the new UK covers, and I am planning on rereading this series in 2015, and I'm going to slowly purchase all of these editions because I think they're really cool and pretty, and I just really, really enjoy them. It's really cool because if you take off the dust jacket, it has stars on it as well. So I just, want to have them all. It's kind of like Pokemon. The next book that I got is The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. This is a different kind of book. It has a lot of pictures in it, and, probably has more pictures than words in it, and so there's just one of the illustrations. It's really cool and fun and fast-paced to read. It's about this boy who works in a train station, and his job is to make sure that all of the clocks keep functioning properly, although he doesn't actually officially have that job. So it's really cool, really interesting. I really enjoyed it. I already read it. It's so much fun. I was kind of hesitant. I wasn't really sure how I felt about it, and then the ending was so sweet and just so wonderful. I just really, really enjoyed reading this book. So the next book that I got, I was at Target with one of my best friends in college, and he has recently started picking up books to read, and he started reading Gillian Flynn. Sorry, that's actually how you pronounce it, is Gillian. I looked it up in an interview. She says Gillian, so that's that. And so while I was there, Target always has that 20% off thing, so I just, couldn't resist. So I got Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. I have no idea what this is about. Probably a murder, to be guessing, because everything in Stephen King is about murder, and there's also blood on the cover, and look at how shiny the umbrella is. I have recently started getting into thrillers and that kind of thing, so I'm really excited to get to this. I've only read 2 Stephen King books. I read Full Dark No Stars and Under the Dome, so very excited to get to this one. The next book that I got is the second in the Alcatraz series by Brandon Sanderson. This is Alcatraz versus the Scrivener's Bone. I don't own the first book because I bought it and it got lost while it was shipping to me, so I had to reorder it, and I don't know where that one is either. It was probably supposed to already have gotten here, but I just am, I might just give up trying to get this series. But it's really cool because this book is signed, so yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I did not know that when I ordered it, and yeah, I got it for like $4, so bam, steal. The final book that I got before Christmas is Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. This book was on Book Outlet for like $4, and I love Brandon Sanderson. He's my favorite author, and I just wanted to read all the Cosmere novels, so I picked this one up. This one is about, there's a city called Elantris, and everyone that pretty much lived there were these godlike people, and they had these abilities to do magic, and they could turn things into other things. Like, they could turn garbage into gold and dirt into crops and like food and stuff, so they could basically fuel an entire country, and that's what they were doing. And then one day this event called the Riode happened, and they all lost their powers, and they all became like these sickly kind of like lepers, and so they all got either killed or shut into Elantris, and they have been trapped in there, and they can't do anything. Then 10 years pass, and there's a prince who is engaged to be married, and he wakes up and he finds out that he has become an Elantrian, and so he is kicked out. His father pretends that he dies, and he gets kicked out, and he gets sent to Elantris, and his fiance comes to the town, which is Kai, and she is very suspicious about what's going on, and so she is trying to figure out all of the political drama. It's a very politically driven book. There is not so much focus on the magic system as it is in the Mistborn series or Words of Radiance, and I haven't read Warbreaker yet. But I still really enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite Cosmere novel, but I still gave it 5 stars. Okay, so these next couple of books I received from Santa Claus, and the first one was the Siberian Husky. If you guys don't know, my new puppy is a Siberian Husky, and so I'm really excited to read this. I've already flipped through it and kind of read things here and there, mainly about training and stuff like that, and like healthcare and stuff, like making sure their teeth are kept clean and everything. So I just really want to make sure that my puppy grows up to be the best and healthiest dog that he can be, and so I'm really excited to have this one. It also came with a cool DVD, I guess, to explain some stuff. Oh, say shiny. So yeah, so I will definitely be researching more. I already done a ton of research online because I really wanted one when I was like 14, and my mom said no way because it sheds, and now we have to, so I don't really understand her logic. The next book that I received from Santa was Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series, and I have not actually read Throne of Glass, and I don't own it. So I'm probably going to get it for my birthday. My parents don't plan stuff like that very well, so I got the second book, and I'll probably get the first one for my birthday in a couple weeks. So I'll probably just put this one on my shelf for now, and I'm really excited to get to it when I do get to it. The next couple of books I got from my Nana. That's my grandmother, if you didn't know, and I love that woman to death, so I'm just going to show you what she got me. The first book that she got me is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I have heard so many good things about this book, and I've been really excited to get to it. It's so short, so I should be able to just fly through it, and I've never read a Patrick Ness novel, so I'm pretty excited to get to it, and this is the one that has illustrations in it, and I've heard it's really sad. I think it's supposed to be really sad, so, you know, that should be interesting. Like, there's an image right there. This book is about a boy who, I think a monster calls to him in the night, and I have no idea what it's about other than that, and I kind of like it that way, and I don't really want to know. I think I just want to go into it completely blind and just see how it is. The next book that my grandmother got me was the second book in the, I'm not sure what it's called, series, but it's by J.L. Spellbring, and the first book is called Perfection, and the second book is called Flawed. This is a book series where the Germans won World War II, and they continued their genetic testing on people, and they discovered how to make the perfect person, the perfect Aryan race. They have blonde hair, blue eyes, and superpowers. So the main character, her name is Alyssa. She has the ability to read people's minds, and she is also programmed not to feel emotions, but she does feel emotions, and so that causes a lot of problems. And yeah, so I'm excited to see how this book goes. The next book that my grandmother / Nana got me is Half a King by Joe Abercrombie. This is the first book in a trilogy, I'm thinking. I'm not really exactly sure. But he writes the First Law trilogy, I think that's what it's called. And that's a darker fantasy novel, and I was talking to Sarah from Books and Junk, and I was asking her if that was something that she would think that I would like, and she suggested trying this trilogy out / series out first to see if I like his writing, and it's not as dark as his other trilogy, so I'm going to give this one a go. I've heard it's amazing. I think this is about a prince who ends up having to take the throne after his brothers and dad are murdered or something like that, and he is deformed, and so he is considered half a king, and that causes problems for him. The next couple of books, I received them from my parents, and the first book is Extras by Scott Westerfeld. This is the final book in the Uglies series. I read the original trilogy, and this book is what the title says, just extra. I don't think it has anything to do with the actual plot of the first 3 books. I think it is just for shits and gigs, I think. And I was never going to buy this book on my own, but I was kind of interested in reading it, and so if I got it for a present, that was when I was going to read it, and so I did. I hope to get to it this year and finish it and put it on my shelf. The next book that I got is Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. This is the 3rd book in the Grisha trilogy, and the first book is about this girl. Her name is Alina, and she finds out that she has a power that makes her a Grisha, and the Grisha are this elite group of people that have superpowers, and they all live together, and they all train together, and they all learn how to use their powers. And there's this one guy called the Darkling, and he controls dark, and so he can like block out the sun and such. So you know, I think that's the premise, but I don't want to say anything more just in case I spoil something. I'm very excited to finish this series and yeah, see how it ends. I have enjoyed it so far. Not like my absolute favorite, but it's still very enjoyable. The next book that I got is The Iron Trial by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black. This is the first book in a fantasy series. I think it's about these people that can do magic. They might be wizards or they might be fairies. I think I might be getting confused. But instead of using just like spells and such, they have to use the elements. So that's pretty interesting, and I'm excited to get to it and see how it is. The next book that I got from my parents is The False Prince by Jennifer A. Nelson. This is the first book in a trilogy again. Yes, the Ascendance trilogy. I know Kayla from Bookadoodles really enjoyed this series, and so I'm pretty excited to see how I feel about it. I think Sarah and Lindsay are also reading it soon, or they may have already read it. I'm not sure, but I am excited nevertheless. So the next thing I received from my aunt, Cheetah, and Cheetah gave me this big box from Amazon and was like, here you go, here's your presents, because she basically went on my book wish list, or like my possible book options or whatever, and ordered a lot of them and just gave it to me. So the first book that I got is Pathfinder by Angie Sage. It's the first book in the Todd Hunter Moon series. This is a continuation, sort of the Septimus Heap series. I really enjoyed that series. I read all 7 books, and this is about someone named Todd, I think, Todd Hunter, Alice Todd Hunter Moon. So I'm really excited to jump back into this world and see how it goes. I know the characters from the first book series make appearances in this as well. And I just really like these books. They're all so small and squat, and they have deckled edges, which I really enjoy. So, yes. The next book that I received from my Cheetah is The Missing by Garth Nix and Sean Williams. This is the 4th and final book in the Trouble Twisters series. And this series follows a set of twins that are called Trouble Twisters because they have special abilities and powers, and their job is to save the world, I guess, basically, from this evil being. And it's just a really quick, fun, middle grade series that I started a long time ago, and I didn't know it was only 4 books. I was gonna just stop because I was kind of getting bored with them, but there's only 4, and I'd read 3 already, so I figured I'd pick it up, finish the series, and, probably really enjoy them as a whole. So, yeah, that one. The next book that I got from Cheetah is Vitro by Jessica Corey. This is a companion novel to Origin. Origin is about a girl who is in the rainforest, and she is immortal. But this one is about test tube babies, maybe, and I don't really know anything beyond that. I really, really enjoyed reading Origin. It was so fun and quick that I stayed up really late reading it because I wanted to see what was happening. So, very excited to get to Vitro. The next book that I received from Cheetah is A Storm of Swords by George R. R. Martin. This is the 3rd book in A Song of Ice and Fire series, and I'm pretty excited to get to this one. I read the 2nd one in November, maybe. I've been kind of getting harassed by my roommate to continue along with the series, so I'm hopefully going to read this one, but this is huge. Like, the other ones were big, but this one's bigger. Oh my god. I have no idea how I'm going to get through this. This book is 920-something pages. That is really big. There's so many big books that I'm like kind of signing myself up for to read, and I just don't know how I'm going to do it. The next book that I received from my aunt is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This is a standalone novel that she has written, Victoria Schwab. There is about 2 friends who decide to try to become immortal or something like that, or get superpowers. superpowers, I think. And then they become arch enemies, and I think they're evil. I think they're evil people. So I've heard it's amazing. I heard Victoria Schwab is just amazing at writing. So I am very excited to get to this one as well. The next book that I got from my aunt is Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken. This is the second book in the Darkest Minds trilogy. The first book is about these children that are kept in a concentration camp style facility, and the main character escapes and then just, has to survive and everything. I enjoyed reading the first book, and yeah, I can't wait to get to this one as well. The next book in the box is Grip of the Shadow Plague by Brandon. This is the third book in the Fablehaven series. I read the second book this month, or maybe last month. There was a kind of cliffhanger at the end of the second book, and I just really like Brandon Mull's storytelling and stories that he creates in his head. And hopefully, if I finish this one and I really love it, I'll just buy the fourth and fifth one and just finish the series. I'm really needing to finish some series, and that's why I'm really excited to get some of the ones that I needed to, like Ruin Rising, The Missing, extras, and stuff like that. The next book in the box is The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. This is the second book in the Fifth Wave series or trilogy. I've heard some mixed reviews about this book, and so I'm too keen to start it soon because I have so many books that I need to read, but I definitely will read it. I enjoyed the first one, so I want to make my own opinion of the second book. This book series follows an apocalyptic alien invasion, and the main character is just kind of hellbent on trying to find her brother, and so she has to figure out who she can trust, and if she can trust anyone at all, and really good. Enjoyed the first one. The second to last book in the box from my aunt is Hunt for Jade Dragon. This is the fourth book in the Michael Vey series by Richard Paul Evans. I really enjoy this series. It's a young adult series that follows this group of kids who have powers based off electricity. The main character, I think he can short circuit your body or something like that if he touches you or touches metal that you're touching. I think that's what he can do. But I haven't read it in a really long time. I really enjoy this series. The final book that's in the box from my aunt is Preludes and Nocturnes by Neil Gaiman. This is the first volume in the Sandman graphic novels series, and so I hear a ton of good things about this graphic novel, and I've really wanted to get to it for a while. I know this graphic novel series is on NPR's Top 100 Science Fiction and Fantasy Novels, and so I am going to continue that goal into the next year and, try to, read some more books on that list, but this will help me do that. So the next three books I got were from my oldest sister. She gave me the first one for Christmas and then the next two for my birthday because I'm not sure if I'll see her before my birthday or not. So she just gave me my present early, which is really sweet of her. The book that she gave me for Christmas is A Feast for Crows by George R.R. Martin. This is the fourth book in A Song of Ice and Fire series, and I'm pretty excited to get to this one, especially because it's a lot shorter. But I've heard this is the worst book in the series. I think that's the general consensus because it doesn't have a lot of the fun characters. So I don't really know if I'm looking forward to this or not, but nevertheless, I have the book and I have it and I'll read it at some point. So the first book that my sister got me for my birthday is Undivided by Neil Shusterman. This is the fourth book in the Unwind dystology. If you guys have been following me for a while, I was very, very disappointed by the third book in the series. There were a lot of editorial mistakes, and I think it might have just been my edition, but I'm not really sure. I flipped through. One of my main problems was the fact that he misspelled the main characters, or one of the main characters' names, a lot. He would switch back between two different types of spelling, and so I think that he corrected those mistakes in this book, and if so, then I'll totally enjoy it, and I think that it'll be great to finish this series up, and just, finish more series. Okay, I am so excited for this book. This is the second book that my sister got me for my birthday, and I'm just so excited. This is Percy Jackson's Greek Gods, and it's by Rick Riordan. Yeah, this girl actually looks like she's about to throw up, so that's a thing. Doesn't she look like she's about to blow chunks or something? I don't know who drew that, but you could have done a better job for that. Sorry, John Rogo. I just love Greek mythology and Roman mythology, and I love Percy Jackson, and I love Rick Riordan. So, I will be reading this one very... I might take this one to school with me and read it, slowly and gradually, because It's pretty big, it's pretty tall and hefty, so I am not sure. But yeah, the book has a lot of illustrations in it, so like this one is one, so it's pretty cool and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to have this book. Thank you to my eldest sister. Either my dog or my brother's dog is up right now because he is squeaking the crap out of one of his toys, and I don't know what time it is. I think it's like 12:30 in the morning, so I don't know why he's up. Hopefully he doesn't have to go to the bathroom. Okay, well this book doesn't fit on the shelf, so I'm not going to put it up there. I think this is the final book that I got. I'm not really sure. I could have just lost some that are downstairs in our media room, so I'm not really sure, but I'm so excited for this book. Harry Potter Page to Screen, The Complete Filmmaking Journey by Bob McCabe. Oh my goodness. I am just incredibly blessed to have got this book. I'm so just enthralled in it. I just love it. I've flipped through some of the pages. I definitely think this is one of those books that you have to just kind of go through slowly but surely. But yeah, so like it's got like some concept art and stuff, so it's very, very, very cool, and it also doesn't fit on my shelf. So that one will be going up top at the very top of the shelf, along with my Tale of Beetle the Bard and my new copy of Percy Jackson's Greek Gods. So those are all the books that I received just before and for Christmas. Okay, I was going to try to stack the books, but that's just not going to happen. And also, you can hear my puppy not happy about being in his crate right now. So that's awful. And it sounds like he's dying, but I can't touch him or comfort him because that's bad. You're not supposed to do that. So, wish me luck trying to fall asleep tonight. But yes, so if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below whatever you'd like to comment, and I'll respond and stuff. So, yes, I'll see you next time. Bye!